What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Driving Professor. For those of you who are actually new to the channel, I am your host, Rashid. And on this channel, I teach you advanced defensive driving strategies that's not normally taught in the driving schools. Most driving schools, most people learn to actually drive, and they get a license and they do enough just to pass the road test, and they run with that for pretty much the rest of their lives. So we teach you a little bit differently here. All right, so today's video is going to be a little bit different here. So today is going to be the top 10 things that actually annoys me as a driver. So understand that my experiences are going to be a little bit different from a person that doesn't really drive, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours a day. All right, so let's get right into it over here. Number one, Uber drivers and cab drivers. That's the number one thing. And there's no particular order in these, man. I just, wrote some quick notes down here. So Uber drivers and cab drivers, Uber everywhere. Too many of these guys out here. And then from your regular cab drivers that are normally picking up in the streets, they tend to be somewhat unpredictable, constantly slamming on their brakes, looking for fares, and really quite dangerous. Well, I should put that in the category as dangerous, but I'm definitely trained to actually pinpoint these people here, man. All right, so number 2, driving under the speed limit. Ugh, I want to pull my hair out. All right, so I understand. I get it. There's a lot of speed cameras out there. A lot of overzealous cops, and these municipalities. They actually going after us citizens and trying to recoup a lot of money that was lost during the pandemic, in a sense, though. So they're getting like ultra aggressive. But guys, doesn't mean that you drive 10 miles under the speed limit. Just because there's speed cameras and do the speed limit. Speed limit is 25 miles an hour. Do 25 miles an hour. Hell, I can't even say do 30 miles an hour, because a speed camera or a police officer is not going to give you a ticket for 5 miles over the speed limit. So do the speed limit. The posted speed limit is actually really dangerous when you have one person actually trying to do the speed limit, and then you have another person doing 10 miles under the speed limit. Now, I live in New York City, so this actually happens quite a bit, man. You'll be surprised, and it's uber frustrating. Okay, the next, number 3, is actually slamming on the brakes at a green light. Again, we know that there's overzealous cops. Same thing applies to the speed limit thing and red light cameras. But you have a green light right in front of you, man. Stop worrying about the red light and focus on the green light right in front of you. So this, this is right there is really frustrating. And again, when you deal with it 9, 10, 11 hours a day, it's just going to be like, oh, Lord. So it's a pain in the ass, because especially when you got like 9 seconds to go, and me with a giant bus can actually pass the intersection safely. All right, so number four, double parking near the intersection. Again, if you live in an urban area, you can understand how seriously annoying this is, especially if you're a delivery truck. You put traffic at a serious choke point right there, and it's really a pain in the ass, especially like if you live, especially where I live at in New York City, man. I mean, the way they got the lights timed, it's bad enough it takes forever to get anywhere in the city, but them double parking near the intersection or at the intersection, in a sense, though, it's a real pain in the ass. All right, so that was number 4. Number 5, making a U-turn right in front of me. and like more like a K-turn, in a sense. You see me coming, and sometimes I'm coming at 25, 30 miles an hour, and you at 3 to 4 miles an hour decides to make a U-turn in front of me. And then, me wanting to be a great defensive driver, technically has to wait for them because them backing up is at a serious disadvantage in a sense, though. And we don't, we definitely don't want to risk an accident. So at this channel, all of us here and the people that actually do watch it, we got to build this channel up over here. We're about preventing accidents and not about who's at fault. So we can see the person that U-turns in front of us. But again, this is really frustrating. It very, very annoying. All right, so that was number 5. Number 6. Okay, making a wide right turn in a car, and especially like when you have like a 2-lane street, well, not even a 4-lane, but even on a 4-lane is a pain in the ass. But guys, if you have a car and you don't have to make a wide, you don't have to button hook it like you're a tractor trailer, got to make the wide right turn. It's real annoying. You don't got to do that, and it's again, like I said, when you drive 9-10 hours a day, it just puts extra stress on me in a sense, though, because I gotta, like I said, pinpoint assholes like this. All right, so that was number 6. Number 7. Left lane hogs on the interstate. Now, there's a lot of blowback about this, a lot of idiocy about this, though. But it's driving in the left lane and having people actually pass on your right side is actually dangerous, because things from far away from you is actually harder to judge in a sense, though. Where things closer to you, like on your left side, it's actually easier to judge. So if you want to make a lane change back into, let's say, from that left lane back into the right lane, it's easier to actually it's much harder to actually do it from the right side than on your left side. So stay out the left lane. You're not the police out there. Who cares if somebody else is speeding or want to get around you and stuff like that? You don't know the situation or circumstance. All right, so number 8. Number 8 is bicyclists. Bicyclists. Now, thanks to our lovely mayor here in New York City, he's encouraged more people to actually go green and not ride mass transit in a sense, and I don't blame him for that in a sense, though. But get bicyclists. But the problem with the bicyclists is that there are laws for the bicyclists, and they don't follow them. They don't, they think they own the roads. Some of them ride into traffic. They move around, and they can be very, very unpredictable, and putting a lot of unnecessary stress on you. I think I wanted to put the motorcycles in there too, because the way they actually ride between you, there's traffic and you got to make a lane change. Again, that's just more unnecessary stress on you in a sense, though. And like driving isn't stressful enough, but you got the motorcycles that ride between you and they have no patience. And it's illegal. It's illegal. You get motorcyclists that argue. It's like, oh, no. That's what you got the motorcycle for. I said, man, it's freaking illegal to do that. All right, so that was number 8. Number 9 is pedestrians that walks on the don't walk sign. All right, guys, we know in most I live in the United States. I know I got some viewers from like other countries, but here in the United States, though, the pedestrians actually have the right of way in a sense, no matter what. So even though it says don't walk on for them, don't walk, there is a balance in a sense, though. There has to be a balance of the people that actually cross the street and the vehicles and the bicyclists. We're not gonna forget you guys, because there's traffic signs for you guys too to follow in a sense, though. So if it says don't walk, don't walk. Now, as you as a pedestrian is actually putting yourself in a precarious situation by actually doing that, because you never know if the person's drunk, high. We see people get hit a lot. It happens, far too many throughout the country. It's relatively small when you go by city, town by town, but it does happen when we have people that actually get hit in the crosswalk. And number 10, finally number 10, unsynchronized traffic lights. Now, if you live in New York City, they want to frustrate and annoy the traffic, the drivers in a sense, though, which actually leads to more pedestrians actually getting hit because people get frustrated by the unsynchronized lights, and people actually take more chances and blow lights in a sense, though, or try to attempt to blow lights, and they're not thinking straight in a sense, and this actually it's a perfect example. All right, I'm at the intersection. The light is green when I make the left or right turn. So when I get to the next block, that light is actually red. But the block after that, the light is actually green. When you actually get to the next light, the next block that has the green light, it suddenly turns red, and sometimes it turns red, or sometimes you got like 3 seconds to actually try to make the green light. So this actually puts a lot of excess fuel consumption on the car, excess wear and tear on the transmission, excess wear and tear on the actual engine itself. A lot of people are actually getting stressed out because, listen, New York City, where I live at, is super expensive, man. So, some people are working 2 jobs, 3 jobs in a sense, though, and people got places they got to go. So, and this can, you can actually throw in health risk in there because the stress can actually, cause elevated blood pressures and things like that. So, those are my top 10 annoying things about driving. Next one is going to be maybe top 5 or top 10 most dangerous things that I personally experience about driving. And I think that video will come maybe tomorrow or Friday. All right, so if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, share it. When you share, the universe certainly shares it back with you, and that's certainly a promise. And peace out.